This is one of the few Pilates workouts that won't lie to you. Just 10 minutes of Pilates won't get you abs, but what it can be genuinely great for, and what this workout will do, is to help fix spinal alignment, strengthen the backside of your body, and improve your posture, especially if you slouch in front of a computer all day. Let's grab a mat and get started. This workout is going to be 50 seconds on, 10 seconds of rest, and we're gonna get started with some half rollbacks. So my feet are planted into the ground and I'm gonna create a C curve with my spine, meaning my back is flat but my ribs are tucked into my hips, and I'm gonna create that C curve with my spine and roll up. Creating a C curve, I'm going down as far as I can while keeping those feet on the ground and rolling back up. My gaze is directed straight ahead of me and my chest is proud. My back is flat, my lower back is not arching. That's how I know I'm making a C curve with my spine, so my lower back isn't sticking out. Another thing you can do here is to make sure you're timing that movement to your exhale. So inhale, exhale, get the bulk of that range of motion in to really warm up those abs. All right, next we're going to lie on our mat and we're gonna do a bridge with a pelvic tilt. So we're gonna arch our back up, plant it down into the mat to do that pelvic tilt. Then we're going to press into the ball of our big toe and our heel. Keep our pelvis in this tilted position. We're not letting our back dip under like this, and come down. Press that back into that mat, press into the ball of the big toes and those heels, and lift up. Arch your back, pin it to that mat, press into the ball of the big toe and those heels, and lift up. Practicing this pelvic tilt from this bridge position will help your back get in the right position. So if you're somebody who does a bridge and feels it in your lower back, this pelvic tilt will help get your back into the right place so you can feel it in your glutes rather than in your lower back. All right, next we're going to lie flat on our stomach and we're gonna do some swan prep. So flat, my hip bones are pressed into the mat, my hands are out to the side. We're just gonna lift these hands ever so slightly off the mat, keeping those elbows pinned to our sides, and come back down. This is a small, subtle range of motion, but these shoulders back of those shoulders, that upper part of that back should feel like it's on fire. My gaze is directly ahead of me, I'm not slouching, and while I'm doing this, I'm imagining there's a pencil stuck between my shoulder blades, so I need to keep those shoulders down and together in order to make sure that pencil doesn't come out from between my shoulder blades. Gaze up, elbows in, shoulders down, our back and together. We're not letting our shoulders come into those ears. That's the biggest mistake people make here. All right, next we're going to stay lying on the stomach and we're going to do a single leg kick. So we're just gonna do this on this left side. I'm pressing my hip bones into the mat. I'm kicking 1, 2, 3, come back down. Kick 1, 2, 3, come back down. Again, my gaze is directed forward. I'm not slouching, and I'm still squeezing those pencils between my shoulder blades. Meaning they're down my back and together. I'm not letting it drop. Good posture, gaze up, kick 1, 2, 3, and down. And now while we are kicking, we're not swinging our leg randomly or crazily. We're going slow and controlled, like we have to resist something to really activate that hamstring, activate those glutes, so we can get stronger. When we move with intention and not momentum, we're building muscle. Next, we're gonna do that on that opposite side. I'm gonna switch around a little bit here so you can see me. So gaze forward, head up, kick 1, 2, 3, come back down. My hip bones are planted into that mat. My chest is proud. I'm coming in and down. Kick 1, 2, 3. I'm imagining I'm moving through something like honey or molasses or something that's really thick. So I'm sure to go slow and controlled and not swing that leg. Squeezing that pencil between my shoulders. Shoulders are down my back and together. I'm not letting them creep up towards my ears. Positions like this And swan prep, get you out of that hunchback position that can kill your posture. 2, 3. All right, next we're going to do some swimming. So we're just gonna lie flat on that back, and we're going to lift opposite arm and opposite leg. My hip bones are planted into that mat. Shoulders are down our back and together. We have not dropped this pencil throughout this entire workout. Squeezing a pencil, squeezing even a $100 bill, that's a little bit more fun between your shoulders. Now you can keep arm and leg on the ground as the easy version, but if you want to make this harder, you can lift one arm, one leg off the ground while keeping those shoulders in place. Only 20 more seconds. Slow and controlled, good posture, good form. Gaze is also forward. We're not dropping our head down like this as well. 5 more seconds before our next exercise. Next, we're gonna do a little bit of a variation where we're gonna add on a Superman variation. So our pinkies are gonna be down towards our pinkies are gonna be up, and we're going to rotate in and swim back down. So we're basically going pinkies up, then we're gonna rotate those thumbs up, come back in, down, draw those shoulders down our back and together. So we're rotating our hands as we're swimming. So we're going from pinkies up to thumbs up. We're working on some shoulder rotation here, as well as strengthening that abs and back at the same time. Not letting those shoulders creep up towards my ears, shoulders down my back and together, gaze forward. So I'm moving slow and controlled. All right, next we're going to do some 90-90s plus a alternating leg lift. So we're gonna get into a 90-degree position, our 90 degree on both legs, and then we're going to internally rotate this leg off to the side, in and down. So when we get to this internal rotation position, we're gonna hold for about 3 seconds. We should feel almost like a cramp in the side part of that glute as we go up and down. Lift up, hold, come back down. Lift up, hold, come in. Hip internal rotation is something that can get weak if you sit at a desk all day, and working on hip internal rotation is something that's really important if you do any kind of activity like running, cycling, lifting. Improving that internal rotation is something that will make you better at all of that. All right, next we're gonna do that same thing on that opposite side. Legs at a 90-degree angle, and we're going to internally rotate that right leg into the mat while keeping this left leg stationary. So this front leg does not move as we internally rotate. Up, hold for about 3 seconds, feel that cramp in that glute, and come in. If this is something that's difficult, I know this 90-90 position isn't always the easiest thing in the world. Try doing something like sitting on a yoga block, sitting on a pillow. That can do a lot to help get you in the position, and go from there. You could also maybe even try like doubling up your mat if you have a really thick mat. Holding, keeping that front leg to the ground as we go up and down. All right, we are on to our final exercise, and we're going to do some chest expansions. I'm gonna do these with these little 2.5 pound dumbbells I have, but you can do this with body weight. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our arms to shoulder height, come back down, and then expand back behind that chest. While I'm doing this, my ribs are pointed down. I'm not flaring out through those ribs, so I'm going up and then expanding back behind me. My shoulders are down my back and together. They're not creeping up towards those ears. My torso is stationary and pointed down. So as I lift up, I'm lifting up with my shoulders, not my torso. So you can see here, my torso is not moving. Go up, Squeeze. Now to stay in this position, one thing that'll get you back to that first exercise, we want to maintain that C curve, that pelvic tilt, to stay stationary and to not arch that back. All right, everyone, great work. That was a 10-minute Pilates routine to help improve your posture. If you want to go on after this one, I'd recommend checking out these videos to help you get a little bit stronger and these videos to help you stretch it out after this workout. If this video made you feel even 1% better, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. That's one of the most important things you can do with the algorithm, and it's one of the most important things you can do to help a small channel like this one grow. Thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for working out with me, and I'll see you next week.